So if I was familiar as a guitar player, if I was familiar with my guitar in the E shape, I can take my capo and use it to get to that familiar chord structure and be able to play this song with. So today I'm going to talk about, we're going to start out with capo theory, and we're going to talk about the uses of the capo and how its application helps with guitar playing. So everybody here familiar with the capo and have one? Yes? You can say yes. Yeah. Let's first talk about what is a capo and why we need it. So in case anybody here doesn't know, capo is they come in many shapes and sizes, but it's simply a device that I like to think about it as taking your nut and moving it up the fretboard. And you might ask, why is that important? Well, anytime you move root notes, anything that's open would be like a root note. Anytime you move it, it's going to change the key that you're playing a song in, okay? So I want to start out, we're going to play a song together. I'm going to do it in a key that's comfortable for me, and then we're going to change the key with the capo, and I'm going to show you how it can either make it better for me as a singer or a player, or worse for me as a singer or a player, okay? So let's start with the song, Bury Me Beneath the Willow. Does everybody know this song? Yes. Okay, let's do it in the key of G, okay? We'll play it together. Oh, bury me beneath the willow under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. On to a verse. My heart is sad and I am lonesome for the only one I love. When shall I see her? Oh no, never till we meet in heaven above. Oh, bury me beneath the willow under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. So she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. Great job. So now, let's say I take the capo, and we're going to go to the 4th fret, all right? This is going to raise the key 2 whole steps. And we're going to be going to the key of B, and I'll explain why later. But right now, I just want you to hear what it's going to do to my voice, and it's not going to be pretty, okay? So y'all feel free to laugh at me. But this is going to be more like a girl's key. I'm going to have to go up 2 whole steps. So just bear with me. I'm going to make a point here. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, bury me beneath the willow under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. And that's enough of that. So the key there became much higher for me to sing. So there you see the advantage of the capo and how you can use it. Sometimes the capo can be used. So for instance, if we were going to play this song and a girl wanted to sing it, she wouldn't be able to sing in the key of G. But what we could do is we could say, well, a girl's voice is higher, generally 4 or 5 steps higher than a guy. So you can use the capo and math. If you like math. There's somebody here likes math. Is it Bert? The math man. You can use math to find 5 steps higher for the girl and use your capo to get there, okay? So in this case, if a girl was singing it, you might say, well, let's go to, because G, if we do whole steps, 1 or 5 whole or half steps, we would be at open G, a half step, another half step, 3, 4, 5. We'd be up here on a C note, and I can talk you through that here in a second as well. So if you were to use your capo at an advantage for you, to make it a good key for a girl, you would say, let's move to the key of C, and you would capo up to the 5th fret, and this would change the song to help a girl be able to sing it well, okay? So that is the first advantage of a capo. It allows you to keep your chord shape the same, so you don't have to learn the song totally again in new chord shapes, but also it allows you to change the key and be able to be flexible for a girl or a guy. The other thing a capo does is I mentioned earlier, it helps you keep the same chord shape. So for instance, if we were to play this song in C with our capo on, we would be out of the G shape, right? So all of our chords would be the same. Your 1, 4, and 5 would be your G, your C, and your D, okay? Now, if we take our capo off and we play in the open C shape, okay, which would be the same key, but you're gonna be in the C shape, what's going to happen is now your 1, 4, and 5 chords are going to be different. Your 1 chord is going to be your open C, your F chord is going to be your 4, and then your G chord is going to be your 5. So you can see now the song takes on a whole new look as a rhythm guitar player. All your chords have transformed, right? And also, if you have a guitar player playing with a capo versus a guitar player playing open, the chords aren't going to match up. And you've probably all experienced this, where somebody's playing a different position and you're trying to follow along, and their chords are C, F, and G, and your chords are G, C, and D, right? There's a lot of translating that has to happen in your head. So that's another advantage to a capo. It allows you to get the song to a familiar chord shape to you, right? There's endless possibilities. Just to give you an example, if I were to play this song, how would I, let's see, if I capoed up to the 8th fret, okay, and I played in the E shape, if I played here, my capo doesn't even go that high. Anyway, if you did this and played in the E shape, I would still be in the key of C, okay? I'd be playing along with everybody, right? But my 1, 4, and 5 chords would be E, A, and B, okay? So if I was familiar as a guitar player, if I was familiar with my guitar in the E shape, I can take my capo and use it to get to that familiar chord structure and be able to play this song with ease without having to relearn all of the chord shapes, okay? So those are some of the advantages of a capo. So now, let's talk about if you are learning a song and you're searching for the key and how to figure out where you're putting your capo.
Well, my thoughts wander back to that ramshackle shack in those Blue Ridge hills far away, where my mother and dad